How are you? Don't be shy. Want me to ask you guys a question? What do you think it's going to be like in Boise?
Coach, you mentioned in your opening remarks that you know freshmen and young guys are going to have to step up and play, but realistically, how much do you expect them to contribute, and who specifically are you looking towards?
That, good question. Yes, we are. We played 8 true freshmen last year, and I don't know if we'll play 8 again, but I know we're going to play a handful of them. We really like this recruiting class that has come in. I think there's some really, really talented guys. Some of the guys are going to have to play out of necessity, but there's also a couple guys that I think we can play just because they're that good. Who exactly that is, you know, I think that's kind of the fun and the intrigue of summer fall camp, and we'll figure that out, in the first couple of weeks.
Coach, what's been the biggest change going into year 2 here versus what year 2 is like at Boise?
Year 2 here as opposed to Boise?
Yeah, I mean, you were in the system for a
Yeah.
while.
Everything's completely different. First of all, it was so long ago. I don't even know what year 2 of Boise was like. It was so long ago. But I think when you come to a new place, it's significantly different than when I became the head coach at Boise. You made a few tweaks. It was part of what we were doing there already, so you make a few tweaks and away you go. I mean, that's a pretty easy transition. I mean, being a new head coach for the first time, that's always different, very different. But as the overall, being what the program's all about, tweak here, tweak there, and keep evolving, that's a lot different than, okay, starting from ground zero, and nobody knows anything how you do things. And so I think this time, fast forward a year from now, it feels better to me, certainly than it did. Just the kids hearing it so many times really start to get what we're talking about.
Another big part of that was you're at Boise. Of course, you played some of the best teams in the country. We do it maybe 2-3 times a year.
Right.
Here, every week, we get you out. You knew that going in, but of course, it's probably a different beast when you're actually in a season like that. What did you how was that adjustment process for you just on every week as a doctor?
Well, I remember when I first came here and took the job, I was under no illusions. I mean, my opening statement, I think, was probably something to the fact that my football life got significantly tougher. So I was under no illusions. And so all that lived up to the billing. Every week is you got to play your best, and it's really hard to get momentum going because it's just such a tough, hard game every week, and so it just makes you just really get back to your process and just focus at this one game at a time. Only coaching talk, but that's what it is. And so, yeah, so it wasn't different than I thought. I thought it was going to be hard, and it was hard.
You've referenced that 18-month number a couple times about how long it takes to kind of get everybody on board.
I said 18 to 24.
Yeah, well, is it looking like it'll be closer to 24, or do you kind of feel like you're almost there?
I think we're making good progress with those type of things. But I think it's going to probably be closer to the 24. I really do, because I think when you get guys and you recruit guys from the start that come in and just like, this is how we do whatever, they don't know any different. So it's just a lot easier, that process, other than changing, like, this is how it was done, we're going to do it this way now. That's always much more difficult. And then just learning schemes and all that, and all the young guys that we have and will play, it's probably going to be closer to that 24 months. And then it never stops. It's not like we got it. We're continually building and working on that all the time.
Is Jake Browning one of those young guys that you might be expecting to play a little bit?
Well, he certainly could be. And so we have 3 quarterbacks, and Jeff Lindquist, KJ Carter-Samuels was a freshman that redshirted last year, and then Jake came in mid-year. And they all 3 got some really good reps in spring football, and they're going to all 3 get really good reps in fall camp. And it always seems like the media kind of thinks we play our cards close to the vest and we kind of know who the guy might. We don't know. We really don't. I wish we did. I mean, I think your starting quarterback needs every rep you can get, let alone 3 guys that water it down. But that's just where we are. And so to figure out who gives us the best chance, it takes some time.
You feel like
Jake is definitely in the mix. Absolutely.
how much of a better grasp do you think you got in April, just of those 3 and what they're able to do?
What they're able to do? I think the thing that's interesting about Jake and KJ is they've never been in the game. Now, they've played a lot of football, and they've been good players there, but that's, you know, a little bit different. But I think we got a decent handle of kind of where they are. But everybody needs to get better. I mean, that's the bottom line, from Jeff to Jake. Everybody needs to get better. And that guy that you can see growing and getting better, you know, that's probably going to be the guy.
Where does Tony Rodriguez factor into that?
So in an ideal world, you know, Tony redshirts. In an ideal world, he just got here, so he's trying to figure out what the heck, how we even line up, call a formation. But he's been studying hard. He's getting there. But you know, that's why I think in an ideal world that he would be able to redshirt and learn and grow and get in the weight room and all those type of things. But we'll just see.
How did that come together, and when did it come together?
What's
I
that?
guess, with Tony?
Tony, we've been looking at Tony for a while and just kind of analyzing the quarterback situation. We needed more arms, and you know, we thought he was a good player that was out there, available still, that was underrated. And so we had talked to him for a long